As always, you know that there's a trending video of an Adisadel College student. We'll show you that. But subsequently, in the second half of the show, we will be looking at that in detail. We'll speak to Africa Education Watch Executive Director Kofi Asare and also some think tanks in education, and then what really the discipline code should be, and then the actions that need to be undertaken by educationists to ensure that we kept bullying and some of these things that are undertaken. So we just show snipers of the video if it's ready, but after that, we'll be focusing more on NABCO trainees. Yeah, so this is the incident inside. It took place in Adisadel College, and of course, Cookie will read to us the latest statement from the Ghana Education Service, but we'll discuss this in detail in the second half of the show, and we'll also open the phone lines on your thoughts on the subject. Not right now, but we're now focusing on NABCO. All right. Do we have the statement from the Ghana Education Service?
Oh, you want us to read that one
yeah,
out
if we
first?
can.
Okay.
If we can,
so kindly let us put it on the screen if it's possible. But otherwise, we'll just start reading from
the phone. It's also good.
Yes, from our devices, like in just a little bit. But anyway, so this letter came from the Ghana Education Service yesterday. It's dated the 24th of July 2023 and is signed by Cassandra Chum Ampofo, who is the head of Public Relations Unit. And if you are lost as to why this letter is out, it's because of that viral video from Adisadel College yesterday involving, can I say bullying? I think I can call it that way.
Yeah,
yes.
That's bullying.
Yes.
Outright bullying.
Yes, yes. Some high level of bullying that has resulted in serious injuries, especially on the face, especially around the cheekbone of the other younger, the junior, exactly, who was being bullied yesterday. So this is the press release that came in yesterday, and it says viral video of violence involving students of Adisadel College. Now, the attention of the management of Ghana Education Service has been drawn to a disturbing video of assault involving 2 students of Adisadel College being circulated on social media. Management is deeply concerned and condemns this barbaric act of violence. That's how the Ghana Education Service is describing this act, as barbaric. Now, we applaud the school authorities for taking swift action to suspend the culprits pending further investigation. Management has directed the Regional Director of Education to liaise with the school authorities and the relevant law enforcement agency to investigate for appropriate action. Ghana Education Service assures the general public that we are taking this matter very seriously and are committed to ensuring a safe and secure learning environment for all students across the country. And like I said, it was signed by the head of Public Relations Unit at the Ghana Education Service, Cassandra Chum Ampofo. But as hinted earlier, we'll delve more into it in the second half of the show today. That would be our main conversation. But still on education, still on development, still on the Ghanaian youth and employment, we are talking about unpaid salaries of NABCO trainees this morning. It's been over 2 years. They've been unpaid. And I remember how in November 2021, they actually embarked on fasting and prayers. They chose one Wednesday, yes, to fast and pray for God to touch the hearts of government so their monies can be released. It was laughable at the time, but it was serious for them, because if they've been able to come to all the media houses, we've had discussions, even here, we had the NABCO head here speak to us once, and if after all of that nothing was done, then probably their only resort was to turn to God. So that's why they had to fast and pray. We are delving into that matter this morning, and we are headed straight to the phone lines.
And we have Eric Nanatichi, he's a PRO of the coalition.
Okay. Nana?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, please.
Oh,
thank you very much.
So clearly the NABTAG fasting and prayers last November did not work?
Let me use this opportunity to extend my warm greetings to workaholic NABCO beneficiaries who contributed so much to the development of this country, and today are going through a lot of pains as a result of government failure to settle the areas that have engulfed the NABCO scheme. We had a number of activities to remind government or push government to settle our areas. And then the prayer you talk about was one of them. And then we had a number of demonstrations as well at the Independence Square. And then
yes, we remember.
The Ministry of Finance. But all didn't yield any, tangible results.
Okay. So then, what else have you done after all these activities? That was way back in 2022. I remember this prayer and fasting was even in November. Come into 2023, what have you been able to do? Who have you been able to speak to? And what's the response been?
It's so sad that today NABCO trainees have been subjected to extreme hardship and then privation. The public, we've been subjected to incessant public direction. If we talk about activities, it is so sad because it is not like the authorities or NABCO drivers or His Excellency the Vice President, who is the superintendent or who superintended the NABCO scheme, is not aware that government owed NABCO trainees for about 9 months. You understand? We have written a number of letters to the office of the CEO, Dr. Ibrahim Anyans. We have officially petitioned the finance minister. We have officially petitioned the office of the president. And so we have done so many things that as of now, we should not have talked about, NABCO areas. And so if you ask me what we have done, particularly this year, we have done a number of activities that our leaders are not listening to us, because as I speak to you now, I don't know anyone, even a class 1 child, knows that government owes NABCO beneficiaries for about 9 months. After the wage sticker, after the capricious promise to integrate us into the permanent mainstream job, which failed woefully, the government has denied to settle our arrears, to settle the 9-month arrears that we worked for. We sacrificed, we sacrificed for this country. We worked magnificently. We worked relentlessly to improve the image of this country. How much is 700 at the end of the month that from 2022, in fact, some is emerging from 2021 and others from 2022, as I speak to you, in 2023, very soon you will get to 2024, and these monies have not been paid. It's so sad. And I am surprised that the main architect for the NABCO scheme is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, who is today fighting vigorously to become a leader of a particular political party and eventually become a president for this country. And under his watch, he could not manage NABCO scheme. The NABCO, which was about 100,000 young graduates, he could not manage it. And today he's trying vigorously to become a leader of this country. Are we going to associate our trust in him based on this track record? It is so sad, madam.
Okay, now the question is, what do you want to do from here? It looks like everything that you've embarked on has proven futile, including the number of picketing that has gone on, all the prayer and fasting and all that. Indicate to us, how many of you can you confirm have been unpaid as at this moment?
The last payment that was made, I contacted a friend that I have at the NABCO headquarters, and then he gave me the payroll, the total number of beneficiaries who are still part of the scheme, and then who have been receiving arrears. Even if they pay today, they are about 67,000 NABCO beneficiaries who have not been paid.
67,000?
Yes, 67,000 NABCO beneficiaries.
Okay, so who are these 67,000? I'm asking because I remember when eventually the letter came on. You remember when you guys were asked to just hold on for another extra year, and then some volunteered to stay, others also went away. Those who stayed, they are part of the 67,000 who have not been paid?
Yes, we are talking about those who stayed, those who adhered strictly to the directive that was issued by Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and that of the NABCO drivers. So this 67,000 is the beneficiaries who listen to the directive, who obey the command from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Those who did not stay are not part of these 67,000 NABCO beneficiaries that the government owed.
Okay, so let me just ask you, Eric, you personally, just give me your figure. I mean, if it was 700 cities at the time, how many months are you owed?
Currently, 9 months.
You're owed 9 months. So please help me with the calculus. If we are doing 9 months by 700, how much would that be? So 700 times 9
times the 67,000.
No, so just for him, just for Eric,
okay.
Yes.
That's 6,300.
Wow, Eric, so you alone are owed 6,300.
That is shocking, and I can tell you that I can use this money to establish my own business and manage it for now.
That's why I'm asking. Yes. So then, how have you been surviving?
It's sad. It's very pathetic. You know, a lot of NABCO beneficiaries that I know are psychologically traumatized. You know, they have the experience, they have the skills, they have the working skills. They are exposed to the working environment. But then, I always argue that having the working experience, having the skills without livelihood is useless. So that is why we are saying that government should pay us this money so that those of us that we have the skills, we have the experience, we have knowledge about how we can establish our own business, will go and establish our own business and manage it for now, because the system is too hot. You know, everything is high. I mean, the NABCO beneficiaries are not exempted from price hikes of electricity, price hikes of water bills, and so on and so forth. So give us the money. They used that program that you promised NABCO beneficiaries was a scam. It didn't materialize. You know, NABCO beneficiaries were excluded. They were segregated from the whole scheme. And so give us this money, this elephantine amount of money. Let us go out there, let us go outside there and establish our own business and manage it. That is all what we are asking. Because now it is clear that the government has failed, and there is no way government will come and tell us that I am going to effectuate the career pathway transition process that was option to usher us into the mainstream job or into the corporate job environment. He has failed. He cannot do that, and it is clear. And I heard from a government official that the money will be paid, but government is waiting till 2024 to pay the money so that we will be persuaded to vote for them again. And I want to assure them that every single NABCO beneficiary will equalize the pain that we have been subjected to, or that we were subjected to in 2024. We will equalize this pain.
Eric, we thank you for your time this morning. It's rather unfortunate what you've been going through. But just before you go, have you applied for other jobs? What's been the response?
Oh, very well. We are trying. Number of us have not secured a permanent job yet, but we are very optimistic that we will get a job which is far better than the NABCO.
Okay. Eric, we thank you for your time. I do pray that there are better days ahead for you and your other 67,000 colleagues. This is very pathetic. I mean, we just did the calculus moments ago. So if just one person like Eric is owed 6,300, we multiplied that 6,300 by the 67,000 NABCO trainees who have not yet been paid. And that's a whooping 422 million. 422 million Ghana cedis and change.
This one is, apart from the service provider,
I'm
the food
telling
people.
you, the food people who have not been paid. And, you know, even apart from the food, there are other things that are supplied in the schools like uniforms, ID cards, and all those ones. All those people have not even been paid. So... And 2024 is by the corner, and we are buying many cars. We are buying cars to just embark on campaigns and all that. Like, it's amazing. Good morning. Speak to us this morning. We want to hear from you. There's a caller on the line already. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Welcome to TV3 Newday. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Pangbot calling from Bolga.
Yes, speak to us.
You see, it's like a plan by the political players to suffocate you, to press you down, so that you feel the pain. In the sense that when they come back and give you even a small thing, you appreciate it. So the whole thing that is happening in this country is that it's a cabal of leaders that we are having who are saying that the young people are desperate to take the mantle of Ghana to move to the next stage. But they are afraid that the young people, if they are empowered because of their wicked nature and whatever they are doing, the young people will sit up and make sure that, yes, if you are not doing the right thing, we'll kick you aside. And in so doing that, let's suppress these young people not to get the chance to the top level. If they get to the top level, we, the old people who are not doing the right thing, will suffer it. Because if you have not been able to pay somebody who has done the work, and you are now promising the person to, you are coming out with another initiative. Is there sense in that? And two, if what do you call it? If they offer service to you and you have not been able to pay, they come on you. GRA, they come on you. Why is it that I will now do work for you, Gap?
Frank, we lost you. Too bad. Oof.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yes.
This is not looking good. And we saw
67,000.
Yes, and we saw money just going out, dishing out freely, being dished out freely as in North, you remember, right?
Yeah. But you know,
I mean, if those tapes and all those things we had were anything to go by, then this is terrible. Yes, honey.
But you know, interestingly, when it was introduced, that was, you know, in 2018, when it started officially in May 2018, analysts saw this coming. You know, they said that amongst the whole free SHS, with all these things that you're planning, because initially the plan was 100,000.
Yes.
So if 100,000 by 700 Ghana cedis, that's about 70 million per month.
Yeah.
Times 12 months.
Hold on a second. We have a
That's
caller
lot.
from Kumasi.
That's a
Good
lot.
morning, Osekrom. Who's calling?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Who's calling? What's your name, sir?
My name is Frank. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Oh, there's another Frank on the line. Okay, Frank. Be frank with us this morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Carry on.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Frank, carry on. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. To hear the PRO spoke on this NABCO issue this morning, in fact, it's very sad. This is what we are telling about the politicians. They are in just to make the youth suffer, but they are not in to help the youth. You promise somebody a job which is not a sustainable job, and you promise them person with a major salary that he or she will be taken by the end of the month just to contain or just to maintain him or herself. And here is the case, you are not paying the person for almost 9 months, which is very bad. It comes to see the ladies in it, how are they going to survive? These are some of the things that most of the social vice like the armed robbery, the prostitution is just going on. Because some of them, they are afraid to go and they fish out to go and carry water on the street to sell, or to go and do some concrete work or any other major job so that they will get money. These are some of the things that is creating most of the social vice things that are happening in this country. So the politicians